Yeah, we're live now.
All right, CMD Boxing Reports, Ronell Hig reporting here. And I'm back at it for the boxing fanatics, and along with my boy Boxing Block Center.
Yeah, this is Boxing Ball Center alongside with CMD Boss Reports and BFW. The guy's new, and we're here to talk some boxing. First of all, what is? Excuse me, 1 minute. Let's plug this computer. Okay. So, what do you guys think about the zone in America?
Well, so far, I'm gonna be frank with you. Like I said before, like I had a hard time like getting the app when it first came. I don't know if you remember, like it wasn't on the store yet. It wasn't on Play Store yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just now downloading it. And yes, I admit I did miss some pretty good fights with the Demetrius Andrade and the boy from Philly. Oh, I keep forgetting his name, man. And
Kevin Palmer.
he right over the bridge from me. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real? I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yep. Philadelphia, right over the bridge.
I didn't know about that. So, so the zone now making that Canelo deal was an A plus, in my opinion, right?
Right.
You
Getting
know,
some major echoing, fellas.
You're gonna have to put the
mute,
screen on pause or so.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
mute the volume of the YouTube.
Mute
Mute,
the YouTube.
yeah, mute the YouTube.
Gotcha.
Okay, now it's clear, right?
Yep. Now it sounds good. Now it sounds good.
You have to introduce yourself to the fans, to the audience, big faces worldwide.
All right. This is Big Faces Worldwide. That's Big Faces Worldwide. Just one word. Got my own channel. I'm on here with these great boxing gurus here. CMD and BBC, and we're gonna get it cracking here. We're gonna talk a little bit about the zone, quick rise in America, Eddie Hearn's master plan, ESPN Plus, Showtime, PBC. Gonna talk about a little bit of it all. But my thoughts on the zone is that a lot of people are bashing the zone and trying to talk down on it. But I actually like the zone. I have no problems with it. The app is crisp and clear. Um, the production looks pretty good. The only issue I would have with it is some of the commentating. Like Sugar Ray Leonard, he's one of my favorite fighters, man. But as a commentator, I got to admit, he, he can't. He don't do it for me. He don't do it for me. But
Wow. A lot of people say that.
Oh, what? Excuse me. I have to. You have to know that Sugar Ray Leonard is a brand, and that was the reason why the Zone might have, signed him up because he's a brand. But
absolutely, absolutely.
but I think they need maybe a more entertaining commentator because Sugar Ray Leonard is a phenomenal fighter, but I mean he doesn't hype you up like there are some commentators I don't know what his name is like Adam Smith or Adam Smith, yeah, from the UK, who commentates for Sky Sports. And there's one guy, I don't know his name. He did the Klitschko and Anthony Joshua fight. I mean, he commented on the fight on Showtime.
Well,
That guy, that
oh,
guy
go ahead.
is, I don't know his name, but that guy is phenomenal.
Well, I look at it like this: since HBO was done with boxing, their commentators going to need some work. You know, Bernard Hopkins, he commentates sometime. If the zone want to put a boxer up there, they can get him. And with Golden Boy now being a part of the zone, I don't see no problem with that. And Jim Lampley, all of them, could see if they could, move on with this new sports act.
I don't see him letting Jim Lampley go. From what I'm hearing, Jim Lampley's going to be like doing some real sports type of stuff. Still gonna be doing the show, the fight game, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna be using them in other ways. But Roy Jones,
Yeah,
Max
Mac.
Kellerman, he'll probably be stay over there with ESPN in some capacity over there.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, he is. I'm thinking that's why I couldn't, bring his name up. I forgot. Yeah, because see, he is with ESPN. All right, and ESPN will use him on the Plus app if anything. All right, no, they're not going to do that. But yeah, Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins, them two. All right.
Yeah,
So when this app gets popping, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. They might just you know, sign Sugar Ray out.
yeah, I could see it. I could see it because he's just not doing it for me, man. Like, like I said, he's my favorite fighter, but just as a commentator, he's just not doing it. Just like he was interviewing Anthony Joshua, and the questions he were asking were just real elementary, man. And he even Anthony Joshua asked him, what advice could you give me before I go out and fight? And he just looked at him and said, just win. Just win. I mean, come on, man. You gotta you gotta come a little better than that. Just win. Anybody could have said just win.
He's not colorful. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's like a straight up and down guy, which I don't have no problem with, but sometimes you want to be entertained by watching a fight, you know.
Yeah. And I must tell you, um, when HBO was the king, all right, of boxing, let me tell you what I noticed about them. All right, that stood out between HBO and Showtime. I like HBO scenery. Okay, the color came in nice and clear. It was crisp. The commentators, they were colorful. Even with the old guy, what was his name, Larry Merchant. Although he got on everybody's nerves, but hey, he was still colorful. All right.
Right. He said things that catch your attention. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
right.
he was very provocative. Yeah, you know. So, and at the time with Showtime, they fights looked dull. I mean, like the Technicolor and the commentating, like their I don't know, their audio was like I don't know secondhand audio they was using. You know, see,
Yeah,
all
they
that
got
stuff plays a part. Okay, and that's the same thing with ESPN. Watching fights on ESPN, I ain't gonna lie to you, my eyes hurt whenever I watch fights on just regular ESPN. Now, if it's on ESPN Plus app, I can watch them fights. I can watch the whole entire card. But just on ESPN, nah. It looks just like old time Showtime. You know, and
they are
and
getting a little better though. They are getting a little better. Remember they used to have the commercials. Now at least they have a window with the commercial that you can still see the fight. They used to cut off
yeah,
and go straight to the commercial. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, they're gonna have to do better with the audio. All right, and I don't know. They just sound flat, too flat for me.
Yeah, I hear you.
let me give a
Um,
sh- let me give a shout out to War Standard guy. He said, "Big up ABC." I'm laughing Chinese. I'm laughing in China. People know me by now when I say I laugh in Chinese and one of my videos. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm the only guy that says it.
Yeah, a lot of people thought you was Chinese. Mm,
I don't know how it started. I just recorded at one time. It was during the water and juice was saga, and I just say I laugh in Chinese, and ever since it just got in my brain. I just started saying it. Like, sometimes one has to be original. So I don't know. It just came up like that.
but
Wasn't
I'm
planned.
right. But big face, like
what's
me
going?
and me and boxing block. We talked about this. I think on our last live stream. Would the zone do good in the United States? Now, I'm like, I don't think like the zone or ESPN Plus. I mean, it's just like, how can I say, like in some places in America, they still recovering over that. You know, damn, what was it we had back in 2008 when everything slowed down?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Recession over the recession. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people is tight on money. Okay. Shoot, we got people asking for $15 an hour with minimum wage. Okay, because stuff, But anyways, it's what, $15 a month, is it, or $10 a month?
Yeah, I think it's 9.99 a month. Now, if you would have asked me this question a week ago, I would have said no. But with the signing of Canelo, I think Canelo Alvarez himself will bring a lot of attention to the zone. And once, because a lot of people don't know what the zone is. A lot of people never even heard of the zone. If
No,
you
not here in the States. No,
Yeah, yeah. If you're not a boxing fan, you don't know what the zone is. You know what I mean?
no.
So with Canelo Alvarez going to the zone, I think a lot of people will go at least check it out. And once they find out that they got the World Boxing Super Series, that they got the Matchroom fights, the Golden Boy fights, the Bellator, once they find out what they're all getting for the zone, I think it will have more people than what it would had not Canelo joined them. It
All
would it
right.
would, it would have took a little longer, you
So
know.
Well,
that's an extra
uh,
$120 a month, a year, that we're gonna pay. So I don't know. Cable altogether for some people is like already
Yeah,
$280.
yeah, that's what I'm paying, about $300 a month, man. It's getting
See,
expensive. Yeah, it's definitely getting expensive.
so I mean, I don't know. I guess I can let HBO go because they're done. Because really, that's all I got cable for. Really, really, was for the boxing.
Right,
HBO, whatnot, and for some other things like the first 48 and all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
right. I got you.
But
I got you.
um, so how much is there? I think it's $10 for each premium channel.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah,
HBO is like what, 14.99 a month. So if some people scratch out the HBO and get on the zone, you know what I mean? They'll save $5.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So with that right there being said, damn, yo, Eddie Hearn made it just right, or the zone, whoever in charge made it just right. Means, all right, they got their app $10. ESPN got it 5. So if HBO is, we can get two apps now just to replace HBO.
Yeah, yeah.
well, the thing is that I haven't known about the zone since 2 years, and I've been subscribed to the zone since 2 years, 2 years plus now, I guess. The zone has been in Germany for more than 2 years now, and I think when they came into the scene, before I used to stream what you guys call soccer. Like I used
Yeah,
to stream Premier League in England. I used to watch Premier League because I'm a fan of a club known as Manchester United. Even now we're playing right now, but I have to do the live stream with you guys anyway. So you know, at the time they came into the scene here in Germany, a lot of people were saying, "Well, even the Sky, there is no Sky Sports here in Germany." Just like they use just like there is Sky in the UK, Sky in Australia, Sky in some other countries as well. There's no Sky Sports here in Germany. So when it came to the scene, a lot of people were saying that they were never gonna there is Sky, but people thought that they were never gonna really make it. All of a sudden they started making crazy deals. Buying rights to many sports, and they outbid Sky Sports. So maybe this, and they came from the UK. It was from the UK. So maybe the reason why they didn't launch their platform in the UK was because just to test all the territory and try it out. I think at last they're gonna go to UK, and they're going definitely to get a lot of subscribers there, and they might definitely outbid Sky Sport. you
well,
know,
if you haven't heard, Sky Sports is owned over here now. A cable company, Comcast, owns it now.
Yeah, I did
oh,
hear that. I did hear that. I did hear
oh,
that.
interesting.
Yep.
So DAZN has been tried. DAZN is a sport streaming service. I also remember it's not an app like you guys say it's an app. It's not an app. It's a post streaming service. It's just like Netflix. You don't call Netflix an app.
Yeah, we do.
No. Oh well, I don't know. An app. I don't know. An app is something you use for purchasing stuff like Maybe you have an app of your bank details, or like eBay is an app, like Amazon is an app. Dazn is a sports streaming service. Is where
All right, well, streaming service. All right.
yeah, where you stream fights and stream stuff. And they want to be the Netflix for sports. And over here in Germany, I get to watch the NBA, NFL, um, MMA, UFC, boxing, tennis. I watch every sport on the zone, and a lot of sports that's where for just 9.99.
Yeah,
You
I
just
don't think that's a bad price at all, man. I think it's priced
and
just right.
I remember during the time Klitschko bossed um, Joshua, over 10 million people watched it in Germany. Okay, and that was on the cable, on the RTL cable, so the TV network, TV channel. It's called RTL. So, and after that, the zone kind of got interested into Joshua. So ever since they bought the right to Joshua's fight, meaning I have been watching Joshua's fights on the zone after Klitschko, after Klitschko fight, which was on the TV network, the German TV network.
Right.
And after that, I've been watching Joshua's fights here in Germany on Dazn. You know,
You said that you
and
watched the Manny Pacquiao fight on their zone as well, right?
I watched it. I watched the Mayweather fight on Dazn as well. Mayweather against Conor McGregor. I even watched Showtime cards sometimes on Dazn. Yeah, maybe not in America, but yeah, I watched it.
So, wow. So wait a minute. If we get their zone now, I don't know. Could we watch that fight with Tyson Fury and Wilder?
If you get it Dazn now in America, in America, you cannot watch it. You can only watch it on Showtime. But me, I can watch it here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh
Because
man, yeah. Damn.
the zone has the zone is in different in a couple of countries. There is the zone in Canada. There is the zone here in Germany. There is the zone in Italy, which just launched a few months ago. There is the zone in Austria. There is the zone in Japan, which is very huge. The zone in Japan bought all the right, all the right to sports from
Yeah.
TV networks. And
No.
I don't, this guy, the owner of the zone, this Vladvinik, something like that, Vladvik, or was his name, Vladvik, something like that. This guy, the way he spends money is like, not, it's not like you know how you throw away stuff. This guy spend money like,
Nah. Hey, you have to spend money to make money. All right. So
so when people talk about Dazn money, where does it come from? Dazn is just not gonna, it's just not in America. They have, they are in many different countries, so they generate a lot of money from streaming,
uh,
sports and all those stuff. So all the money they're spending in America, all of them comes from mainly from the other territories of the zone. Like,
AP said the fight will only do 400. Huh? Wow. I think it'll do more than 400. Probably do like 50,000, somewhere around there.
listen, just tell me. Okay, let's be sincere now. Tell me any streaming service, or let's say any platform, any network that has that started within 3 months they signed the two biggest stars in the sport of boxing. Just tell me.
Um,
When PBC came out, they had a lot of money, okay, but they weren't willing to spend that money. Yeah. It was, I think Heyman did it for Heyman wanted to make boxing free, free to put it on free TV, and Heyman even, I think he begged to get rights to showcase his fights or something like that. That he did. I'm not trying to diss Heyman, but I'm just not impressed. I'm just not impressed by his achievements so far. I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed.
well, it was another boxer. I was watching a live stream, and he was from the UK, and I could have sworn the guy name was like Kevin Kelly or something like that. Um, but he said that this Dazn app will take over the Showtime. It'll take over the PBC, and
There's almost gonna get more. It's gonna have more influence than Showtime and PBS in America. That's for sure. You know why? You know why? You know why?
why?
Because okay, very nice. Because Showtime has money. Okay, they have money, but they are not willing to spend billions. You know, they are not willing to spend billions. You know what I mean? Billions.
Nah, well, not over here in the States because boxing isn't big like it
Listen,
is
this is what I'm
overseas
saying.
now.
For you to make a sport big, what do you think the NBA, NFL are big?
Well,
Because people are spending billions.
yeah,
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Well, I
Okay. Do
understand
you
what you're saying,
think?
but I can
Do you think?
remember
Do you?
back in the night, huh?
Okay. Yeah.
No, I
Listen.
remember back in the '90s, the late '90s, the NFL got in trouble for spending all that money. And at Big Face Worldwide, I'm pretty sure you remember this. We had the NBA lockout.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
went half of the season with no basketball.
That was
And
good.
huh?
That was unheard of. You know what I mean? That was like a real big thing, real
Yeah.
big thing over here, man.
And it came from spending all that money, giving all them players all this money, investing. But one thing I liked about it was that my state was number one. That was well, when we had a basketball team, thanks to Jay-Z. The New Jersey Nets, all right, they was number one. I mean, we actually went to the playoffs, the finals, man. I was like, yo, we
Yeah.
got we got swept, but hey, I'm still proud of Jersey. What's up?
Yeah, see, the thing is, with Showtime is versus the Zone, is people know Showtime for boxing. So this is in the States. So people are already going to go to Showtime for boxing. And a lot of people never heard of the Zone. And if Showtime is putting on the fights that people want to see, they're not going to even think twice about the Zone. They're going to keep going to Showtime because they're getting the fights that they want to see. The Zone is going to take some time for them to build up their fan base here in the states. It's going to take a couple years that I think, but they will have some success now that they signed
Listen.
Canelo. They got
Listen. It took Dazn 6 months to overthrow Sky Sports here in Germany. And I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about big. They spend billions. I'm talking about big. They bought rights to a lot of sports. You know what? Dazn is just. It's not just a boxing platform, huh? It's not a
yeah, I got you.
boxing platform. It's a sport platform. Just mark my word right now. From now to a year's time, you're gonna see DAZN buying rights to showcase the NFL game in America. You're just gonna see that. You just wait to the soccer game. DAZN are not looking to be greedy. They want to spend as much money as they can, and they've got the money. I don't know where the money comes from, but this guy Bladvik or what his name is,
That was my
money is
question.
everything.
Where's this money coming from? Like
Yeah,
these
this guy,
guys are just throwing money around like it
this
ain't
guy,
nothing.
this guy's a Russian billionaire. He's wealth.
Yeah.
Well,
Money.
he's a Russian billionaire or trillionaire because a multi, like how many billions he has? Is it in the hundreds or something like that? Because he is throwing money around like it's
Yeah, man.
like if he made a bet with someone that he could spend this amount of money. You're like, yo, you have to spend this amount of money in this amount of time. Because man, he's putting it out there.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Mm,
Well,
and one thing, Bob Arum had one thing to say. Bob Arum said that he congratulated Canelo and Golden Boy, but he said that they probably like going ahead of themselves too quick. You know, like I mean, with that 365 million dollar contract, well, it's 11 fights, but
Yeah, I'm sure there
he,
got to be all type of stipulations in that contract. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
he has to keep winning. I heard Eddie Hearn say he has to keep winning throughout all 11 fights.
Okay, now with that stipulation that he has to keep winning, or we as fight fans going to see him fight some stiff competition? You know what I mean? Is he going to challenge himself, knowing that if he takes a loss, that his money's going to be cut short? I don't,
Well,
I, you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know. He'll probably play it safe. He'll probably move up to 168, fight one more time because I don't think he'll take on but I can't pronounce that boy name, Dimitri Bivol. Oh wait,
Oh,
he a light heavyweight, right?
yeah, he's 175. Bivol,
Who
Dimitri
knows?
Bivol.
He might try to come down and get into there with Canelo. I mean,
Yeah,
it's only 7 pounds. He might
for,
just do it.
for that
Now,
payday.
You guys are missing the big point right now.
all right, let's hear it.
What you guys are missing is that Dazn signed Canelo for a reason. Whether Canelo loses or not, that is not Dazn's problem. What they signed Canelo for is to share share a light to their platform. Why they beat up other fighters like Anthony Sims Jr., like Ryan Garcia, like White Chocolate. All those guys they are beating them up using the exposure and the exposure of Canelo already. Using they listen. They are
Oh
listening.
yeah, that advertisement. Yeah, I get what
These
you're
what
saying.
these what they're doing. They are trying to build up a new generation, and believe me, the Zone might become the UFC.
Yeah, look. I exactly understand what you're saying. Okay, yeah,
If
they're using him to
if
build it up. Yeah,
if
over
Jacob
here in America.
if Jacob beats or Derevchenko, remember Dazn Dazn now has all the middleweight champions on the
Hey, when
platform.
is that fight? Is that this month?
That's
What is
Saturday. Yeah, that's this
that's
All right,
Saturday.
that's
yeah, all right.
Saturday.
Now listen, I just downloaded the app, so I'm gonna get you know everything ready, and yo, I'm gonna try to do a live stream. When the fight goes
But
down.
Yeah,
Bob
yeah,
Robson
no doubt.
will fight on HBO now. That's the last card, I guess, or
No, wait,
before
that's the last card.
Yep.
before card
Oh,
one. That's the last card, I guess. So after that, I think he definitely will sign to the zone. At the end is the promoter. So
yeah, but now we have some of the Wait, who is
and then
Tevin Farmer? Who is he with?
He's with Lou DiBella, but him
and
and him and Eddie Hearn got like a four-fight co-promotional deal from what I understand.
so the farmer is with the zone, but this promoter is Ludbella. But
All right,
Ludbella and Eddie Hearn are co-promoting.
yeah, co-promoters now.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's all right. Demetrius Andrade, he's with PBC. Am I correct?
No, he's with Matron. He's with Eddie.
It's with
All right.
Metro.
Well, now from what I'm hearing, he's trying to get some PBC fighters. Now, if these guys do sign with sign with the Zone. Okay. Someone was saying that what's his name? Earl Spence should sign with the Zone too because he can't get no fights. You know what I'm saying? But if he go with the Zone, he'll get about 2 or 3 fights a year. But
Yeah,
even
he's just it's a shame. It's a shame because I think after that, the fight with Earl Spence versus Ocampo in Dallas at the Dallas Cowboys facility, I just think Earl Spence had so much momentum going for him at the time, man. And it's a shame that he has not been in the ring since this. I think that was June or July, and he's just sitting on the shelf, man. He's losing all type of momentum, man. He had the whole world was watching him. They was like, "Who is this guy that Jerry Jones is co-signing?" And he just went quiet. He just went blank.
yeah,
Nobody hears from him.
yep,
He did an interview with some guys the other day. He talking about fighting. I don't even know who he's fighting, but it's not going to be a top guy because no top guy wants to fight him. He said he don't want to fight Crawford until sometime in 2019. So I don't.
yeah, that marinating crap. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna try to what? Put that on pay-per-view? Man,
yeah, I
no.
think that's the plan, man.
But
Um,
see, all right, see, Now, Boxing Block just said that he can watch the fight free over there on the zone. Okay, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be on their app, but over here we got to pay for it. So I'm pretty sure somebody.
Bro, I watched it on TV. I don't watch it on the app.
Oh, all right, all right. Well, I'm
I,
pretty
wa-
sure somebody over there would, start streaming it and everything.
I don't know. Is
But I don't know if it is on if it is on pay per view. I'm gonna buy it because that's the fight I wants to see.
Absolutely.
the Water Fury fight what will be on this one year? I think definitely here in Germany because there's no other network that will pay for that apart from Dazn. The German network are not interested in Tyson Fury or Water. They are
Wow.
interested. They are interested in Anthony Joshua, but they are not interested in Water Fury.
Wow.
But they can say, okay, I'll get it because I remember, I don't know, I think Klitschko really opened the door for Joshua here in Germany.
Of course, yeah.
When it was when um Klitschko fought Joshua, the German network started wanting to invest on Joshua. After that, he became the like Klitschko retired, then he became the new face of boxing. So every of his fights were, promoted, like they always did promotion of it here in Germany, even also in other countries as well. I heard about the same stuff happening in Sweden, the same stuff happening in Holland. Every time a fight is always on TV, you're there. So you see what I'm saying? A lot
Tell
was
me
happening
something.
here.
Tell me something. Boxing Block.
Yeah.
How's the fans? How do they feel about Joshua not fighting Wilder, not taking the that 50 million offer? Do they think it's all smoke and mirrors, or are they riding with Joshua, or some turning against him? Like, what's the temperature over there, the fans?
Where here in Germany or in the UK?
Germany, UK, both.
Well, about the UK, I don't know. I don't live there. I will have to ask some of my cousins that are there, or ask people that I know there. But yeah, in Germany, they don't know who Deontay is. So they see
Oh,
Josh,
gotcha,
they see Joshua as the face of boxing after
gotcha,
Klitschko.
gotcha.
And if you go to only people that I might have seen Deontay Water, um, maybe when during the Klitschko fight when he did a commentary and they showed him yeah. Now, all the people that I've seen it was okay. Why not both of those guys fight each other? But they don't really care about Water because they don't know who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Water is not known here. Maybe you can ask the UK guys. I think they know a lot about that.
Well,
But it's
they
very
they
different.
one thing I from what from doing live streams with you and all, they feel the exact same way. The same way the Wilder fanboys feel about how Joshua walked away, but each side got their own story. Now, I heard some of the guys from the UK said that Wilder was asking for more money, so
Let,
that's why
let,
they walked away from the table or so.
to say the fact, and the truth is that Water, there was never a $50 million on the table, like Water said. It was just all smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. Because Water, as a fighter, whoever hand up to 5 million, per fight, test a promoter, Eddie Hearn, saying that I've got 50 million in the bag. I want to offer to Joshua to fight me. As a person, as a promoter, like this guy doesn't hand up to uh, 4 million. I mean, his biggest post is how much? 2 point something million. And then this guy writing you telling you he's gonna give 50 million for Joe to fight him. And then later it was confirmed after a tough investigation that BT Sports, you know, the water camp contacted BT Sports to help raise the money for it. How can BT Sport do that, not do that when you know Joshua is exclusively signed to Sky Sports. It wouldn't
It's
happen.
it's it's crazy, like the different stories that's flying around about this.
Yeah, you see, yep.
Yeah,
In my, in,
yeah.
in my opinion, there is no different story. It's just why they're playing the game. He used Joshua's name to build his profile. That's all it
Well,
does.
we be hearing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying, it's you got two people, but you got like 9, 10 different stories. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. When ADM came out and say that I've got $1 billion check, what were a lot of people thinking?
Well, some
People
people
said
said they investigate and find out that they were saying that the
the
zone didn't give the
Eddie,
zone. It
the
wasn't $1 billion offer yet to get some boxing in, but they said that it wasn't Eddie Hearn's money. They didn't give Eddie Hearn $1 billion. They just invested $1 billion into the boxing.
well,
That's what I heard.
Eddie Hearn is the one putting up the show or not. So why not? I mean, he need that money to put up the shows. About how many 16 shows from the UK and how many from America? He's gonna have to put in. Bro, all those things cost money. So what do you
But
think about it? They might not give him the money direct, but the money will
yeah,
be in an escrow account whereby
but how much
he,
money did he really get? Some say he got 275 million.
it's 1 billion, bro. 1 billion. There's no 275 million. 1 billion. Listen, do you know why Oscar de la Hoya allowed Canelo to sign with Dazn? Do you know
Well,
why?
I'm gonna give you my opinion. I was gonna make a video on it,
Okay,
but the thing is, when I heard that HBO was done, I knew Oscar was not going to put Canelo on Facebook. Nah, I couldn't see that,
No.
and he wasn't going with ESPN because his rivals are there. All right, he had to deal with Eddie Hearn and them again. So it made sense for him to walk, the way of the zone. But I'm also hearing that like when the zone first came to America, that they was talking to Oscar as well.
Dazn is a streaming platform, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they don't really have any meeting with any promoter. They've done deals with Cal Sarland, who is in charge of WBSS, the World Boxing Super Series. They've done deals with Bellator or MMA. I don't know how you guys pronounce it there. Bellator or something like that. I don't know.
Bellator.
Yeah, Bellator. They've done deals with a lot of, sporting management. So why would they have any meeting with any promoter? They don't have, you know what I mean? So they don't have any meeting with any promoter or any. But the reason why Oscar De La Hoya signed to DAZN is not because he has problem with the Showtime. Things can be done. Canelo is a huge star. It's because Oscar De La Hoya wanted to see if DAZN really has the money. And because Eddie Hearn master plan worked, Eddie Hearn wasn't failing in his shift. Do you know that Eddie Hearn? Do you know the attention Eddie Hearn brought to the boxing fans in America, even though they don't like him? The attention he brought to them about this doesn't have.
What?
Eddie Hearn, people will say Eddie Hearn has a huge mouth, big mouth, but this big mouth that he has helped him a lot in terms
Well,
of
I'm
promotion.
gonna put it to you, Frank. I'm gonna be frank with you. When Joshua went up against Klitschko, all right, people was loving Joshua. They was liking Eddie Hearn. They was like, man, he's bringing boxing back. But it was when this Wilder thing and Joshua thing went. That's when a lot of people, oh man, we don't like Eddie Hearn. He's not making the
Exactly.
fight. You know what I mean? That's what this is all
Exactly.
about. You
Yep.
know?
Exactly. Exactly. It's just, a lot of people think that Eddie Hearn, they see him as very arrogant, man, very arrogant and cocky. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And my question is, if Eddie Hearn has this $1 billion, okay, if he got all this money, why why is he not able to sign a an elite fighter himself? Besides Anthony Joshua, he does not have an elite fighter, and he has all this money. Why not sign Mikey Garcia, who has been in talks with for months now? Mikey still hasn't pulled the trigger. You know what I mean? All these other fighters that Eddie Hearn's been talking to, they are
Listen,
not.
listen. Eddie Hearn, let me tell you one thing
That's
right from
true.
now. Let me tell you one thing. You're right. Why? Let me tell you one thing. Eddie Hearn is not the one signing the fighters. It is Dazn that want Eddie to do so because they're going to give Eddie the money to do so. Oscar the lawyer is acting as if maybe Eddie Hearn wasn't involved in the deal. Listen, Eddie Hearn was the one that pressurized Dazn to make that deal, just to make a statement, make that
Yeah,
deal,
yeah,
and
I heard that. I heard
and
that too.
and Eddie Hearn went to the meetings as well.
Yeah,
He,
I
yeah,
got that too. Yeah.
so Eddie Hearn in America brought a lot of attention. People hate on it. People don't like Dazn. People don't do it. Listen carefully. Whether they like it or not, Dazn is gonna prosper
Yeah, I
because
mean,
But
um,
they're going to have to get some fighters that can fight. They're going to have to get some matchups that people want to see. Like they can have how many shows that they want to have. If they don't have the fighters that's on there bringing the crowd and keeping the crowd, then people are going to they're going to
PBC
turn away from that.
yeah,
PBC that has the fathers. Do you see they fighting each other? As now I heard about Mikey Garcia and respect happening. What's happening there?
nah,
The Shallows brothers, who are they fighting?
nah. But hey, people are now like
You
the people who was praising the PBC
you guys
are
don't
now
know
started to talk down on them.
you guys don't
Yeah.
know the plan Dazn has. Listen, I cannot doubt Dazn because I've seen them do wonders in Germany. Coming here, overtaking Sky Sports, you know, you just pushing Sky Sports to one side with I mean, every time I open at a time, every time I open my phone like this, I see an ad from Dazn. Every time I want to play a game on PlayStation, a PlayStation, I see the Dazn app on a PlayStation. Every time I on the TV, I see the Dazn. I was like, what the hell? What is this?
But you got
Right.
to look at there's different things,
These
different.
people, these people, they are social medially connected.
But the
Li-
states are different. Over the states are different because we have baseball, basketball, we have all these other sports that people are invested in. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So with the UK and maybe Germany, you guys don't have all these other teams and things like that. So the zone can they can capture a bigger audience. Where over here, boxing is not as big as it is in the UK or in Germany. You know what I mean?
Listen, boxing here is not big in Germany. That's why you got it wrong.
Well, it's
Boxing,
big in the UK.
yeah, but boxing here is not big in Germany. But through the zone, a lot, a lot of German fans are now invested in the sport. I'm just telling you the truth now, because the zone is not just a boxing service. Like I said before, at, at at some time they are going to buy the rights to NBA. Okay, you no longer watch NBA on ESP or whatever way you watch it. They're going to buy the right because they are ready to spend the money those other guys ain't going to spend. They are going to
Well,
listen. Okay, for example, they did the same in Canada. They went there, bought the right for everything. They're gonna do the same in
right.
America. Whether it's different or not, they are not investing in just boxing alone. They're
Well, over
investing in
here they're gonna have to
everything.
compete with Comcast because, like I said, they won the Sky Sports. But hold on, I want to answer someone. South Croy, he said that Eddie Hearn has a lot of fighters. He makes stars. Not grab for ready-made stars. But here in the states, he's gonna have to grab for ready-made stars. Like he has to take a star, okay, that we watch, like we love to watch. Let's say if what's his face, Floyd Mayweather, okay, let's say him and Pacquiao was still fighting in their prime, all right, and we're used to watching these guys on cable television, and all of a sudden Eddie Hearn was to grab both of them, all right, these guys are already stars, so he grabs both of them, signed them to, now both those guys are taken off of cable TV. Now we gotta go to an app. So hey, if they want to sell the app, to us to make us go buy it. Hey, they took both our stars off of regular cable and put them on the app. So now we have to go purchase the app. just like they did with Canelo Alvarez. All right,
Right.
if all his fans want to go see him, now they have to go watch him on the app.
He's going to have to do something similar. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to do that more. Like Canelo, it's going to bring a lot of U.S. fans to the zone, but that's not the end all be all. He's going to have to bring more fighters to the zone to get it sold, man. And that's my honest opinion on it.
Listen, Dazn right now is fast becoming. Even they are just three. Listen, they are just 3 months in a game right now in America.
Yeah,
Find the two biggest stars in the sport of boxing. Okay, I don't care about what anyone say. Canelo, in my opinion, is the biggest in America, and Joshua, in my opinion, is the biggest in the world because he's not just known in the UK. People say, "Well, Joshua's only known in the UK." No, no. I'm telling you, over 25 million Nigerians watched him fight Klitschko,
yeah,
and yeah, and now my main goal now is to build up Effie Ajagba. I'm seeing a little buzz from me now because Nigerians are starting to get and starting to embrace Ajagba. They don't know him much more because they need to know him more. And he being with him and PBC and Richard Schaefer, they are not going to know him because the heavyweight division, is not in America right now.
yeah,
It is in the UK. So, and he that's why I keep saying I was talking to a guy close to Efeja the other day. This is a guy that came up trade with him right back in Nigeria. I was telling him, listen, why don't you tell him to sign with Eddie Hearn? Why signing to Richard Schaefer? Who is Richard Schaefer? What has he done apart from Espn Golden Boy Promotions? Like, what has he done? You
But
know,
one thing I can say is that a lot of fighters will start coming to the zone now that Canelo has went over there. We'll start to see some fighters from PBC trickling over to the zone.
yeah.
Like we already seen the other night that Jamal Charlo, he tweeted out something like, Eddie Hearn up the offer and we could sit down and talk, man, because these guys they're sick of sitting on the shelf. You know what I mean? They're sick of sitting on the shelf. They want to fight, and they're losing momentum. These are a lot of them fighters prime years. A lot of those
Yup.
guys are in their late 20s, early 30s. This is,
Yeah,
it's now or never, man.
yeah. Yup. That's like sitting on the shelf and just collecting dust. And like with the way they going, and they want to marinate certain fights. Who knows if Earl Spence will be the same by the time they uh do make the fight. I mean, he's already drinking already. Okay, he's
Right.
already inactive.
Right.
All this stuff, it plays a huge part on this young man's performance
And
and
another
stuff.
thing, Terrence Crawford is 31 years old. You know what I mean? Now, if they
Yeah,
drag this fight on till he's 33, 34 years old, then he's going to be on the downside of his career, just like Triple G. Triple G cannot get a fight with an elite fighter for years. It took Triple G till he was 34, 35 to get a fight with an elite fighter. And by then, he slowed down a little bit. Now,
the,
yeah.
do you think that his fights with Canelo would have been the same had they happened 4 or 5 years ago?
No, 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 I don't.
You know what I mean? I know I can't do the same things that I used to do 4 or 5 years ago. The boxers are, their bodies, people's bodies change, man. Their bodies break down, and Father Time catches up to everybody.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if Terrence Crawford, this fight happens when Terrence Crawford's 34, 35 years old, I'm going to be highly upset, man. He's 31 years old now. This fight needs to happen now.
No,
let,
Bob Arum,
let,
hey,
let,
he's not gonna wait that long.
let me tell you
Eh,
something. You know, in my opinion, the smartest young American, uh, let's say the smartest current African American or Black American fighter right now is Terence Crawford.
no, yeah,
Business wise, that guy is very smart. He does not let ego get on his way. He always the guy is business minded, you know, and he was he got a lot of stick from a lot of boxing fans, so-called boxing fans, who are not really boxing fans, saying that, hey, why would you do that? You're afraid of Errol Spence. That guy will beat Errol Spence, in my opinion. I'm no
Yeah,
doubt. He's too skillful. And that guy made the right move, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Bob Arum, but he made a very good deal. And believe me, Dazn might have, if he hadn't signed a contract, Dazn, and after seeing Canelo sign to Dazn, he would have, rethink and say, oh, I think I should sign to Dazn now. Like Aerospace, in my opinion, Darius Crawford deserves a lot of attention and a lot of publicity. He's a very business-minded guy, a smart, very smart guy, and I believe he deserves a lot of attention, that he's getting right now.
Here's my
yeah,
take on Bob Arum. Bob Arum is what, 86, 87 years old.
right.
Bob Arum is he doesn't have time to play. He got the new deal with ESPN, and ESPN demands that Top Rank put on the good shows. So all the things that we used to hear about Bob Arum playing games and blowing smoke, I don't think he's doing that now no more. I think it's
Uh,
a new
And
day
and
over
and
there at Top
and,
Rank.
and
yeah,
he
because he
shouldn't.
knows that pretty soon he's gonna be hanging him up. Now,
Exactly.
I will say I don't know who he's gonna pass it to. Probably pass the torch to his daughter, because we all know his son passed away back here some years ago. You know, I forget. I think he was killed in a car accident or so.
Oh wow. But
Yeah.
Todd the Buff, who is the matchmaker over there, that's his stepson or son-in-law, or
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so he'll probably take over the helm there. But I think when he says that he's ready to make these fights, I believe that he's ready to make them, man. He got to put on who else is Terrence Crawford going to fight? That's the big question. People are tired of seeing him fighting these guys that you never heard of, man. Sure that they can build a guy up and build a storyline up for him, but for the true boxing fan, we know the difference between a an elite fighter and a fighter that ESPN just brought out the woodwork and try to build up. You know what I mean?
Right.
We want to see some competition, man. We
But
want somebody to bring out the best in Terrence Crawford.
you know what though? Like some of these fighters we never heard of, some of them bad boys are scary. All right. Like
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I remember Andrew Galata. I don't know if you remember him. You're probably too young for that. The boy that beat up Reddick Bow.
I
Now,
remember Galata. Galata was a
he-
dirty dude. I
yeah,
definitely remember.
yeah, all right, yeah. He's from my state too. I mean, he's from Poland, but he lives over here in Jersey, up north and more. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But
okay.
damn, but
Okay,
I knew that Andrew Galata. I used to watch him on USA Tuesday Night Fights and all. So, but a lot of the like casuals, they never heard of him. You know what I mean? But when they
Yeah,
first seen him, they was like, "Oh my god, yo, he really did tear Reddick Bow up." I never heard of this dude.
yeah,
But
yeah. I definitely
huh?
see your point. I definitely see your point. You know what I mean? Just because they don't have a name, that don't mean. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Galata, he could fight, and he had a lot of heart, man. And
Yeah,
he didn't care. If you head butted him, he would elbow you. He didn't care about breaking the rules. You know what I mean?
no, I was watching one of his fights on uh USA Tuesday Night Fights when he bit dude on the neck, and you could still see his teeth mark on dude's neck. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, he was an animal, man.
yeah,
He was definitely an animal.
what do you guys think about Luis Ortiz in being in talks with Eddie Hearn and Alexander Pareki as well? Do you know that right now, if Luis Ortiz signs to Eddie Hearn and Pareki does the same as well, I think Dazn has all the heavyweights apart
I
from
think that'll be a
Noah.
I think that'll be a great addition. I like Luis Ortiz and Povetkin. They both are a little up in age. I wouldn't mind seeing them two fight. I actually heard that they fought as amateurs, and Povetkin knocked Ortiz out. Um,
what?
yeah, yeah, I heard that. I don't know how true it is, but reliable source. That's what he told me. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. But yeah, I think if the zone is able to pull that off, man, hats off to them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Dan, you're right. I remember that Lennox Lewis fight and Galata fight. After that, I became a huge Lennox Lewis fan. After he fought Galata.
Yeah, that was a barn burner too. What do you guys think about the young guy, Daniel Dubois? Are you familiar with him? He's
Nah,
with
I'm never.
he's with Frank Warren. He's over there in England. He's still young, but he's supposed to be the next big thing coming out of the UK. This is what I'm hearing. I only seen like highlights of him, so I really don't.
I think I did hear of this guy.
I did a video about him saying that if Jabba would knock him out. I did a video. I listened carefully. Then at the bar, I like the guy. He's a very young guy. I don't have a problem with him, but there was a time where it would just he haven't even made his pro debut yet. He said, "I knocked Joshua Howard down in sparring." Like, and later it was confirmed that it wasn't true, but a guy was there. But nevertheless, he did that.
I know who y'all talking about. Okay.
And when it did that, his profile kind of, when by the mention of Joshua's name alone, your profile just goes up. That's why I'm very angry with Ifejapa.
Nah,
You
but you
should you
say
should, you should be doing trash talking. Like I'm
nah.
not.
That's how you have to do it. Like, let me tell you. Like
eh,
back in my day, all right, in the '80s, when hip hop wasn't like it wasn't big like it is now. It was just in the states, New York, or whatever. If a rapper wanted to get known, they had to go after a well-known rapper.
Exactly.
They had to call out LL Cool J. They had to call out Kumo Day. But you know what? No one never called out the Fat Boys or Run DMC though. But and they were the biggest thing
Yeah.
in hip hop, back then. But that's how you got known. I mean, just like Tevin Farmer. Now check this out. All right, we all know Floyd Mayweather's big, and we all know Hank Tank Davis. Okay, or Tank Davis. I said Hank Tank. Tank Davis is always on Floyd Mayweather's shoulder. All right, that's his little parrot there. His little parakeet. So people want to ask, yo, who's that dude with Floyd? All right, that's Tank Davis. All right. So we had Tevin Farmer kept calling him out. You know what I mean? Just to get his name out there, I believe, because now you asked Tevin Farmer about fighting Tank Davis. He's like, oh man, I ain't worried about him, man. Yo, he got his own problems right now. So right now, I'm just, yeah, because he's with the zone now. All right, he's getting more publicity now. So now he don't care about Tank Davis.
he
Wow.
actually, he actually called Tank out after this fight Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Right in the ring.
right.
Right in the
But
ring.
it was after that he had an interview. He was
I seen
talking
it. I
something
seen it.
different.
Yeah, I hear you. I seen it. Once he came and got to his senses, yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying, man. We'll see, man.
Yeah. Well, I
well,
don't know. I wonder if he's still trained over in Philly.
I mean,
I met Danny Garcia once. He was at a what do you call that? Um, damn it, a celebrity sporting game over here in Camden,
Okay.
and I met him there. It was just him and some other female, and
How is he? Is he approachable or
yeah, he
okay?
cool and everything. But Tevin Farmer, I don't know if he's still training Philly. I don't know about going over there and ever interviewing him in his gym. Could Farmer beat Davis? I don't know, man. Farmer, I think he could outpoint Davis, but if he get caught, man, that's a rat.
I actually think I think real highly of Davis, man. If he's 100% focused on boxing, I think that he destroys Farmer. I really like Farmer. Don't get it twisted. I like Farmer, but I just think Tank's a little bit too strong for him, and he hits too hard.
Yeah, that's the
On
only way. I see it. I mean, I don't think boxing is Tank Davis's thing. Going in there
Yeah.
looking like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Did you see how big he got? God,
Yeah.
man,
I
that's a
don't know.
shame.
See, if he do knock Tank Davis, I mean, if he knocks Farmer down, I don't think he's gonna get a fair shake, Farmer, because they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Farmer is hurt. He's cross-sided. He's always been cross-sided."
Right.
Nah, that's what they're gonna say. Oh my God, the fight's over. I looked in his eyes, seen he was cross-sided. Bro, he was cross-sided before the fight. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I mean, I ain't trying to make fun of the man, but I
Yeah, you're
don't think
right.
he gonna get
The
a
only
fair
way he
shake.
beats Farmer, only way he beats Farmer is to knock him out. Farmer's slick, man. I think his defense is under valued, man. He's real slick. He is definitely slick, man. Um, and he's starting to sit on his punches a little more. He's starting to, he got that guy Tennyson out of here the other night. Did you watch that fight?
Nah, I didn't have. I just downloaded the app.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a decent fight, man. People thought the Tennyson was going to just walk him down, and Farmer was just going to run around, but Farmer actually, stood his ground a little bit, and went to the body real good, and hurt him a couple times to the body, and then eventually stopped him to the body. So I think he's, like you said, he started boxing late, 19 years old. He's learning on the job. And it's evident by his fights. Like every fight, you can see him getting better and better. You know what I
How old
mean?
is he?
I think he's like 27, 20, 27, something like that.
Okay. Mm,
He might be
learning.
younger than that. Might be younger than that.
Yeah, because Tank, he's in his early 20s. He ain't even 25 yet, I don't think.
No, no, I think he's like 22, 23. Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah,
so,
we'll see.
hold on for a second. Let me see. Darn it, yeah, we got a lot of comment. What happened to the Oh, hold on for a sec. All right, here we go. No, I still can't see it. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, so I don't know. Let me read some of these comments. I was looking for something. All right, what about Anthony Fowler and verse Cheeseman, Ted Cheeseman? But wait a minute. Who is this guy fighting? Dillian White.
I don't know yet.
Wait,
Hopefully,
is the fight with him and Trezor still on?
likely off.
Yeah, they said that Chisora priced himself out of the fight or something. Is that what you heard?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Oh man. So all right. So look, Luis Ortiz said, "Man, look, I'll come over there and I'll fight you. You know what I mean? I'll fight you on that date. Is that going to happen?"
I think they're gonna build Lucitis up to fight it in white. That's why Dazn wants to sign him, maybe to have a two fight and then the third fight fighting in white.
But you know what? From what I understand, okay, Dillian White really don't have to fight in December if he don't want to, because from what I'm hearing, he's going to have a fight in April anyway with Anthony Joshua. The rematch.
Well, listen, it is not it hasn't been a chore. It's not something that is
It's not on paper yet.
not promised. You cannot really say it's gonna fire Joshua. What I know is that the winner of Kubrat Pulev and E Fury could become the mandatory challenger for Anthony Joshua's IBF strap. So Joshua has a lot of options. So all doors are open to everyone in this current state right now. So the water fight is what Joshua wants, but water fight might not happen because water is being ridiculously pricing himself out, saying that hey, like Big Fury and his left 60-40, like man,
Well, the
it's not.
reason why he says that is because now he has something. I mean, we understand that Joshua has, he's the king of the titles of the heavyweight division. But now by Wilder defeating Tyson Fury, he's defeating the lineal champion, which now will go to Wilder if he wins.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. What I'm beating Fury will get no credit. First of all, get no credit because it's being the Fury that was has had a 3 year layoff in the couch. Okay, battling up a weight, fought Seferi, and also if Fury were to fight Joshua, there's no way Fury is getting 50-50 or 60-40, in my opinion. We're not talking about belts here. We're talking about financial power. The financial power of Joshua is just too large.
All right. Well,
Joshua's
Now,
not big over here in the States.
well,
Joshua's not big over here at all in the States.
the state,
right.
the America is not boxing. Boxing did not come from America. Boxing came from the UK. In fact, boxing came a long time ago, many years ago, but the UK modernized it. So, and also, boxing is a worldwide sport. You
Yeah,
know,
but
so
you got to admit that
you know,
if you want any boxer in history, if you want to make it big in boxing, you
yeah.
have to come to the United States. That's
So
a
so
fact.
so why Deontay Wilder from the United States hasn't made it yet? Why should Joshua go there and make it? Like, just
Well,
try.
if he takes on, I mean, that's true,
How come
but
Canelo?
is he being promoted right?
No. Let's not talk about promoter. Let's not talk about promotions right now. Let's talk the facts. Okay, we're having a boxing discussion right now. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
why Deontay Wilder, who has 45 39 KOs, his highest American, his highest pulse ever is 2.something million dollars. When Joshua had about 3 million pounds, pounds, not dollars. Pounds is higher than dollars. 3 million pounds when he fought Dillian White. At that time, he wasn't even the champion yet. So we're talking
I'll tell
about
you why.
power.
I'll tell you why. Because Wilder does not have the promotion that Anthony Joshua has.
Yeah.
Okay, what promotion that Joshua has?
What's that?
What promotion Joshua has?
He got Matchroom. He's
Well,
the
listen. Listen. Do you know that Matchroom is not really the one that made who Joshua is today?
Klitschko made Joshua.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Before that, Joshua. Listen, Matchroom is not just the only team of Joshua. Joshua's manager is Steve Cunningham, who is a very you don't know the guy, but it's a young English, well-connected guy. I remember Steve Cunningham when he did an interview. He said at that time, as the manager for Joshua, they used to send offers, to all huge companies, to market Joshua, and they were saying no, no. Some refused, but after seeing Joshua do well, these was before Klitschko fight. They started embracing Joshua. So you see all those guys that he work with, all those guys you see, you think they're his friends. They always hang around. Do you ever see him hang around with women? All of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Those are one is his cousin, Benny Leamy. One is his cousin. The other one's his friends, shadowed friends. Those guys have their own job that they do for Joshua. So it's not just Eddie Hearn or Matchroom that no. Why hasn't Matchroom had 10 Joshuas then?
Oh, the
Joshua
guy could definitely fight. He could definitely
jo,
fight.
Joshua has a well organized team behind him.
Well, yeah, like he said, he
This is
has
what I'm saying.
a pretty good promotion.
No,
Like you
no,
said, they was going.
but he said Matchroom. That's what he said. That's what
Well,
I'm
okay, he all right, yeah, he said Matchroom, but he's still being promoted good. All right, these guys is going out getting sponsors and stuff.
Listen, isn't Ayman the one of the biggest boxing, and it's not a promoter, but it's a guy that put the Mayweather on, did everything
Al
for
no,
Mayweather.
Al Heyman, okay, is actually from he used to do music. He used to like manage and promote music, you know. But I don't know. My opinion, the way he's going about it with these fighters, they only fight once or twice a year. They jumping on um, the
Why
main
wasn't
media saying that they're unsatisfied because they need fights. I don't know.
why
Do Al Heyman know what he's doing?
Right.
why wasn't Bob Arum, Bob Arum, eager to sign Deontay Water? I'm telling you now, if Bob Arum has the chance to sign Joshua, he would do it in seconds. It is because let's just keep it real. It's because the heavyweight division in America is dead, 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 and Deontay Water being an American champion represents America will only make it worse. I'm just telling you the truth. They need someone like what's his name? I watched this guy's fight the other day. I think his name is Kofi. I think he's a prospect. I don't think he's signed to anyone yet. I watched one of his fights.
Well,
It's not.
and here in America, I could tell you one thing is that I don't know. It needs a special athlete, all right, to bring the heavyweight division back. Because look, Deontay Wilder is doing the same thing Mike Tyson was doing, knocking jokers out, blowing them out. And it's like, okay, we've been there, we've seen that. And because if that's the case, if that's what we still like, he should be popular. But like I said, he's not getting the like,
Comparing the great Madison to Dinto, I don't know.
huh?
Are you comparing the great Mike Tyson to Dinto
No,
Water?
I'm saying because that's what Mike Tyson was known for. He was known for being vicious, knocking dudes out. All right. Deontay Wilder, like he has more knockouts than Tyson looks like.
Dinto Water has no technique.
Right. So that we
Because
know.
it does not know how to box. I mean, his style is unappeasing to a lot of
Yeah.
boxing fans. So when people see Dinto Water fight, they see him like a street fighter, not like a boxer. Am I lying?
People's paid to see knockouts.
Yeah.
Now, Deontay Wilder, he might not have the best technique, but he definitely knocks people out, and that's what people want to see. And believe
He
it or
did.
not, his profile is
Yeah,
growing. His
definitely,
profile is growing, and after this
definitely.
Tyson Fury fight, his profile is going to grow even more.
Oh
Listen,
man, I
listen,
think Tyson
listen.
Fury, if he knocks Tyson Fury out, um, like I said, a guy who's never been stopped before. Yeah, I believe it's going to make him. I mean, although people say he won't get no credit, like we gave Anthony Joshua all the credit when he knocked out Klitschko. Although Klitschko was off for how long? 2 years,
Two
and
years,
and he
40
was
years
oh,
old,
and he was 42.
Did
We,
Klitschko
he still put up a good fight.
coming
did
off the
Klitschko no
loss, the
no no
Fury.
no no
Yeah, coming off the
did
loss to Fury, and he looked
did
awful in that fight.
did Klitschko balloon up like Tyson Fury did? Did
Did
Klitschko
what?
did Klitschko ballooned up like Tyson Fury did?
Well, we don't know because we ain't see
Did
him until he got in the
did,
ring.
did he smoke did he smoke cocaine? Well, we don't know.
We
We don't
don't
know.
know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of
Klitschko
things people do
Klitschko
that they don't
Klitschko
share with the media.
Klitschko has never been caught with cocaine or drugs or
Right?
overweight.
He's never been caught. Right?
It's always
Doesn't mean he
he's
never done it.
hey. So let's not get it twisted. Tyson
No,
Fury.
I'm not getting into it. So I'm just saying.
Let's not compare Klitschko to Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury. Why did Tyson Fury pull out of the rematch with Klitschko? Why did they pull out?
He
Why did
was, of course, we know this. He was
why
on.
did
He was on the
why
on the low.
why did he pull out? Because he knew that Klitschko took him unlikely in the first fight, and Klitschko was coming. That's why Klitschko, you know, when he was about to fight Joshua, he knew that he had to go to war with Joshua because in the last fight with the last fight he had with Tyson Fury, Klitschko never ever thought that Fury could even boss him. Klitschko never saw Tyson Fury as a threat.
Well,
That is
I
why
understand what you're saying,
he
but
wanted a rematch. And Tyson Fury, what happened to Tyson Fury? What does Tyson Fury do? He ducked Klitschko in rematch. Did all the press conference like they're doing now, like Water Fury doing now. Did all the press conference, did the face off. Everything was like, oh, people were like waiting for it. And all of a sudden, Tyson Fury put out mental issues, like you said.
That was the
Like,
best
like,
Klitschko I seen in that Joshua
like,
fight, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
Klitschko was in defeat, he looked amazing. He looked amazing in that fight. I gotta give him credit. And that's the fight that I really started liking Joshua in. I was,
Yeah,
you
Why?
know,
we all gave him the
Listen,
props in
listen,
that fight
listen, listen.
over here in the states.
Why didn't Deontay Wilder fight Klitschko when you already had? Remember, Joshua fought
Well,
Klitschko
I heard Klitschko
only on
say
his night.
that Deontay Wilder something that he's not ready.
yeah. Shelly Finkel came out and made a statement saying that uh, Deontay Wilder's not ready for Klitschko.
That was
And that
all
was
right.
after many
Shelley
fights.
Fickle said that, not
After many
Deontay
fights.
Wilder.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
after many fights.
After I
After
don't know how many fights. Well, how many
after
fights was it? It was
after the three fights. After he beat Mr. And Joshua fought Klitschko when only on his
yeah,
night
but
three fights.
okay, he came
So
out.
so look
But
at
wasn't it Anthony Joshua who made a video saying he's not ready for Anthony for Klitsch, I mean for Wilder
Wilder.
yet? Yeah,
and Joshua never said he's not ready for water.
he
I
He
did.
watched that video with my own eyes.
Yes, he said that.
nobody should rush his career. That's what he said. He never said he's not ready for water or something like that. Is
Yeah.
what when Joshua talks, he talk in a Nigerian professional way. That's how he talks.
All right.
Some
Well,
of some of you guys might misinterpret it, but I'm just telling the truth now. Joshua is not only going to beat water, he's going to embarrass him in every way.
I'm looking forward to that
So
fight.
he just
so am
want
I.
Waters to stop pressing himself out, even if he beat Fury. Fury, in my opinion, is not a draw. In my opinion, is just yeah, is not a draw. Okay, even in the UK. Okay, even in the UK right now, how many people goes to watch Fury fight? Has Fury sold out 90,000 arena before? He hasn't, right? He's let's say it's the biggest in the UK after Joshua, but has he?
No, but I'm gonna be frank
Does
with
he?
you. If the tickets, in order for him to sell 90,000, those tickets has to be what? How do you call it? Wolf tickets. I mean, I'm talking dirt cheap. I mean, ground dirty wolf tickets. We're talking about five, $10.
How many times have Joshua sold 80,000 plus or 70,000
Yeah, he
plus?
sold 80,000 plus, but no one knows what the gate brought in. They never put it out there. Like,
Listen, this I'm telling you right now. Why don't Tyson Fury? Why hasn't Tyson Fury sold out or get a lot of sponsors that Joshua's getting? Like Joshua is sponsored by Under Armour, by Beat by Dre, sponsored by Jaguar, sponsored by Range Rover. Guy,
mm,
we're talking about the financial power.
well,
The man don't have
is
that.
I
Okay,
understand what you're saying. See,
He had the
Tyson,
Olympics. You gotta think where Joshua comes from, man. He comes
yeah,
from the
exactly,
Olympics. His
yeah,
his, his image is clean. He's a good
right,
looking guy.
right,
was
He's people will look at him and they see success. You know what I mean?
right, right. Just like
People
with
are
Oscar De La
judged
Hoya.
exactly.
didn't the prize come from Olympics as well? The prize.
No,
Remember,
but did you hear what he just said? How the boy's clean cut. Okay, I
Right.
mean, just like Oscar. I mean, people was in love with Oscar De La Hoya when he was younger. You know, what I mean, Oscar. I mean, just like Joshua. I mean, he was everywhere.
And that's what these sponsors want. They want a guy that can appeal to an audience, man. Like females, they like looking at Joshua. You know what I mean? Over a guy like Price.
Right, right,
And that has a lot to do with it. And he's
and
clean cut. He lives his life clean in the public eye. He's respectable. Like you said a little while ago, he speaks very properly. You
yep,
know that goes a long way into all that. Deontay
and,
Wilder, he's not
listen,
politically
listen,
correct. He
nope,
goes out
listen,
there and says what he wants, and
yep,
listen.
he talks about race. He talks about different uncomfortable subjects that a lot of people don't like that. Same with
yeah.
Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury goes out there and showboats and comes up in a Batman costume, and a lot of people don't like that, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
that
Joshua's
listen,
not
cockiness.
going to do none of that. Joshua's not going to do that.
listen carefully. There is a recent news that I'm hearing right now, but I have to confirm it first. The richest black man in the world, which is a Nigerian, is about to spend millions on Joshua right now, according to what I'm hearing. The
On them,
richest, the
on them
richest,
far as what?
the richest black man in the whole wide world, which is Nigerian, is about to sponsor Joshua. I'm just hearing right now, but I have to confirm it first. The guy's name is Dangote. Lives in Nigeria, made his money in Nigeria. I mean, maybe you guys have never heard of him before. Maybe
Yeah, I heard you talked about him. I looked him up. Yeah,
But why is he doing that? For them reasons that I just stated.
yeah.
what
He
I'm telling
looks
you right
at him
now,
and he's marketable.
Joshua
And
Ward.
people will be amazed when they hear that Anthony Joshua is Nigerian over here in the States.
Yeah,
Am I right, Big Face? They'd be like, "What?
absolutely.
He's
Yeah,
African?" Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah. They didn't think Africans look like that. Oh, they
right.
don't. Yeah.
You're right.
What are you saying? What are you guys saying?
No, I'm just saying because see, over here in the States, man, we get played out big times, yo. Like,
Yes,
you know, if you watch,
Dim,
what's that?
Demetrius Andrade is African. You don't know what?
He is.
So you don't know.
No, now I know. I never knew he was African.
I never heard that either.
Demetrius Andrade, his parents are from Cape Verde. Cape Verde is a country, it's an island in the continent of Africa, which is close to Senegal and the Gambia. Not far away from there. It's a very small island colonized by Portuguese people. Even when Demetrius Andrade fought against Captain Dokwa, if you look at his gloves, boxing gloves, you see the Cape Verde uh, uh, flag on the gloves. Go to
Well,
his Go to his Twitter. Let me show you now. Let me show you. Let me
I'm
show
gonna
you
go
now.
to his Instagram.
Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys now. Let me show you on Twitter now. Okay. He was born in America, but he's Cape Verdean. Meaning, just like Joshua born in the UK, born to Nigerian parents, Demetrius Andrade the same. He might have an American accent or African American accent, but his parents are from Cape Verde, so he's a Cape Verdean. Or you say Cape Verde American. There are Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians in the US, born and bred there, talk different than I do. Here are the two different. But there are still Nigerians. It doesn't matter even if they are born in America, they still consider themselves Nigerian American or Nigerian. They just hold the passport because they're born there. You know, let me show you. Let me show you Demetrius Andrade. Um, Demetrius Andrade. Okay. In fact, he might speak Portuguese as well.
Yeah, they say he PBC fighter, yo. Oh, all
He ain't no
right.
PBC fighter. Let me show you it. Let me show you it. You guys can see it. Mm, I think here. You guys can
Heyman
see it
might
now.
still be
Yeah.
managing him.
You
I
guys
know
can
he
see it
still
now.
manages Jacobs.
You guys can see.
Yeah.
You guys can see now, right?
No.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. No, just don't talk. Don't talk. Just look at the screen and you see. Look at the screen. You can see it now. Look at it. Look. This is Demetrius Andrade's Twitter. You see?
I don't
Boo
see
boo.
anything.
It's showing up on your. All right, here it is. I see it.
Yeah. Boo Boo Pro Boxer, 25 and 0, 16 KOs, two-time world champion, 2008 US Olympian, Cape Verdean. Cape Verde is in Africa. You don't know that?
Nah. I
Well,
mean, we only know about. I only know about the big countries, Angola.
Cape Verde. Let me show you Cape Verde. You guys.
Hey, you learn something every day.
Yeah.
Well, Cape
But I
Verde.
was wondering where you get the name from. The last name Andre.
Yeah, I never
Look,
heard that before.
look. This is Cape Verde. Very beautiful country, anyway. Island. Not far away from the Gambia and Senegal, where A come from. Senegal and
Cape
West Africa.
Verde. I heard it. Okay, the flag. Yeah.
You see, Cabo Verde. Wait, I'm ready here now. Very intelligent people as well. Before the arrivals of the Europeans, the Cape Verde Islands were uninhabited. People there in Cape Verde were brought they are Africans like from the continent,
Yeah.
taken there by the Portuguese. then mixed up in a way. Like you see, some look like Latinos, some look like Brazilians, some look white, but they're Africans. They're just black, like me, but they're not dark skin. You know what I mean? So that
Yeah,
some people think they're Latinos, but they're not. They're Africans. Look, in Africa, in African Union, they are even in the African Union. So it's a very beautiful country in a way. There's a flag, a very beautiful
I
flag as
met
well.
somebody from Africa who I thought was Spanish. In fact, they got a people over there they call color people, and they look Spanish.